Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Let's start Chetan Bhagat's 400 Days Books Chapter 7. The Sushant Low Police Station in Gurugram is 10-minute drive from my in-laws' place as well as the icon. The leafy compound with a yellowing low-rise Sarkari building stood in sharp contrast to the swanky skyscrapers of Gurugram. It felt like things moved at their own pace at the station, with various cops carrying files from one room to another in slow motion. There were a lot of people either to complain about something or answer the police questions. Most were there for routine work to sort out passport verification issue or register their domestic help. In between such a mundane jobs, I wondered how these cops could switch to handling serious crimes. My father-in-law, Claude, and our arrival in two Mercedes cars meant we received more attention than other visitors. I was in daze. I had checked Sia's recently dialed numbers and the friends she had messaged on WhatsApp. I had called all of them. Nobody had any idea about where she might be. Inspector Chautala had arranged for extra chairs in his office, and my in laws, Manish, and I sat there surrounded by files. He had a computer on his desk as well as two landline phones on which he constantly made calls for 2 hours. Yes, I am sending you the pictures, Chautala said on call to another station in Gurugram. Yes, circulate it to Delhi Police and Manesar district too. Spread it on the walkie to all gypsies. Sia Aurora, 12 years, very fair, greenish grey eyes, curly hair, could be with a man wearing a watch and friendship bands. Yes, inform Noida police too. Good idea. Faridabad also. Inspector Chautala ended the call and turned to us. I have informed as much of the police force as possible, he said. You gave me some pictures, but please share more. Always helpful. Sure, thank you, sir, Manish said. Any information at all? Yet, Inspector, sir, I said, finding it difficult to construct a sentence. Inspector Chautala shook his head. The first 24 hours are crucial. We have told the police in the entire national capital region. If someone spots anything, they will inform us immediately. I bit my lip. I couldn't control myself anymore. I broke down. No, beta, stay strong, Papaji said. My Sia, what has happened to her? I cried. Manish held my hand. Mammiji looked away. It's 4 o'clock, Chautala said. Assuming that the earliest the abduction could have happened was midnight. It's still 8 hours more to 24 hours. What is so special about 24 hours? Manish said. In kidnapping case, we usually find out something within a day, if not chance drop. Chances of what drop? I said, hysteria in my voice. Nothing, madam. These are mere statistics. Let's focus on the important decision. What do we do now about informing the media? Are you sure about the media? At this stage, sir, everyone we know will find out then that someone has taken our girl, Mummiji said. Chautala swiveled on his creaky chair towards her. It can speed things up, madam. Alert the common man increases the chances of sighting. It also has disadvantages. It's completely your call. What disadvantages? Manish said. The kidnapper gets alerted. He could get scared and panic, and of course, like Madam said, it will bring a lot of unwanted attention. Also, the media moves in its own unpredictable ways. We shouldn't tell the media yet. It hasn't even been a day. Alia, you sure she didn't run off on her own? Mummiji said. No, Mummiji, why would she run away? She was happy kid. With a boy, Mummiji said. Inspector sir said these things happen. No, Mummiji, Sia is not like that. Sia didn't take any money on her phone or a phone. What are you people even talking about? How could she vanish in the middle of the night? Suhana told us what happened. She's 6, Mummiji said. Can you two please not argue? Let us remain one for God's sake, Manish said. We have to decide something here. Media or no media? Not so soon. People just watch tamasha. Nobody helps. Let's the police do their job, Mummiji said. I think we should, I said, glaring at Mummiji. Whatever can help, let's do it. Mummiji stood up abruptly and waved her hands in the air. Then do what you feel like. Samsher, why are we even here? Let's go. It's claustrophobic here. Nobody in my entire Khandan ever came to the police station, said Durga, Papaji said. Why? My grandsons are alone in the house. Let me be there for them. In our home, we take care of our kids. That hit me hard. Maybe it was her toxic tone or the implication that I hadn't taken care of Sia, leading to her abduction. Perhaps it was my current state of mind and I needed to vent. I forgot Manish's keep the peace principle. She was taken from your house, where we trusted we would be safe. Nothing like this could have ever happened at the icon. Alia, Papaji spoke in an undertone. We can't quarrel in a public. Shamshar, are you coming? Or should I go back alone? Mummiji said. Papaji looked at his wife. It's okay, Manish said. Papaji, you take Mummiji home. We will call if we need anything. My in-laws left. Manish and I remained in inspector's office. I felt dizzy. I had nothing to eat or drink all the day, apart from half cup of tea. Chautala offered me a glass of water. I refused it. His phone rang. A ray of hope lit up in me. However, it was just a routine work call for Chautala on some other issue. Who were the important people in your daughter's life? Chautala said after ending his phone's conversation. Friends, family, I said. School friends? Mostly a couple of building friends. All her age? Yes. More or less. Boys or girls? Majority of them's girls. Prati Ravi and Mahima Sharma are her closest friends. Most of her calls and messages are to them. Chautala noted down their names and numbers from Sia's phones. They are her school friends. Yes, class 7th, Ambience Valley School. It's in Phase V. Yes, 1 kilometer from the icon. The inspector nodded, taking frantic notes. Any boys she spoke to? Chautala said. I looked at the inspector. Please, madam, don't get me wrong. I began thorough. There is a boy, Aryan Sina. I have heard his name sometimes. He and Sia are friends. Any messages with him on the phone? I saw some chats, jokes about the teachers, making fun of other classmates. That sort of stuff. Chautala took Sia's phone. He opened the chats between her and Aryan. There are hugs and kisses emojis, Chautala said. Would you say they were close? No, sir. Kids talk like that these days. Not all kids, Chautala said, handing Sia's phone back to me. Will the world stop judging my child and help find her? I have had up all her friend. Spoken to their parents too. They have no clue, I said, feeling nauseous. You told them your daughter is missing? No, I just said that she went somewhere and left her phone behind. Good. Any grown up she interacted with? Anybody? Manish said. Anybody on a regular basis. In such a cases, there's a good chance the victim and the abductor know each other. Family. My in-laws who you met. I said. Yes, I have known Manish's parents since long. Our family is our entire world. We have a family business. We are all very close. Chautala said, biting the pen. He took unconvinced. Maybe the Saas Bahu showdown he had just seen didn't make us seem to slow clothes. Your family, Alia madam, Chautala said. No siblings. Only my mother who lives in Kochi. Your father? My father was in army. He died on duty Kashmir when I was 16. Sorry to hear that. Chautala said. Any other grown-ups in Sia's life? Teachers, servant, drivers, anybody your child mentioned. Their class teacher is Mrs. Gupta. All her teachers are female, Chautala said. Yes. But why is that important, Inspector? I said. Inspector Chautala let out a sigh. Alia ji, there is no ransom demand call or note so far, right? None, Manish said. No financial motive. Then what is the motive? We cannot rule out another angle, especially when abducted child is a young female. What angle? A sexual motive. A gasp. I felt I would faint. Manish held me so I could sit upright. Madam, please have something to eat, Chautala said. I shook my head. I would not eat until I found Sia. My child was 12, a baby. How could anyone think of her even remotely in a sexual way? I am not saying that's what happened. I am just saying we cannot rule that out. Any man she interacted with, Chautala said. I looked at Manish. We have a cook, Manohar, at my parents' place. Been with us for 5 years at least, Manish said. Anything shady about him? Not that I know. Alia, what is he like? He is a good cook, hardworking, but he keeps complaining about his salary and his obligations back in his village. My mother in law says he may be stealing groceries, nothing more than that. Any other man employed by you? No, our full time help at the icon is woman, Neelu. My parents have Manohar. They also have two drivers, Manoj and Daljit. Both been working with the family for over 10 years. You have a driver? No, my office is 5 minutes from home, so I drive. If I need a driver, we call him from Papaji's place, Manish said. Okay, we will talk to all your support staff. I will need everyone's names and numbers. Manish noted down the details of our support staff in the inspector's notebook. Anyone else? Chautala said. Dharmesh, a tutor. He is like a 21, I said. Oh, Chautala said, looking interested. What kind of tutor? Maths. He is a maths graduate and a full-time tutor for many students in their school. Teaches Sia twice a week, 2 hours at a time. At home usually, once or twice at my in-laws' house. If we are there for the weekend and Sia has a test on Monday. Good. We definitely have to talk with him, Chautala said. Manish and I nodded. I checked the time, it was 5:30. Sir, let's inform the media, I said. Wait, Manish said. Inspector, sir, what do you think? They'll find out sooner or later anyway, Chautala said. And we don't have any information yet. No harm sending out a missing girl press release with a photo. What if someone recognizes her? Manish looked at me. The kidnapper could hurt Sia. If he sees the news being flashed on a TV, he could take her very far away if we don't catch him soon, I said. A 12-year-old girl kidnapped from Gurugram jeweler's house. The headline flashed on a local news channel. Other national channel displayed the news on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. High profile kidnapping from Gurugram bungalow. Sia Arora, 12, abducted from grandparents' house. The anchor showed Sia's picture we had given to the police. In one, she held a trophy. She had won it at the inter-school dance competition. She had performed a Kuchipudi dance, re-enhancing the mythological story of Menka, who was sent by Indra to break Vishwamitra's meditation. The crowd had given her a standing ovation. She had later told me that was the happiest day of her life. I bit my lip as I saw her smiling picture on TV. The anchor spoke briskly. Last night, a 12-year-old girl, Sia Arora, a student of Ambience Valley School, was kidnapped from her grandparents' house in Gurugram. The parents say They had gone to the house for a weekend. Sia's younger sister, 6-year-old Suhana, was apparently awake and saw an intruder walk Sia out of the children's room at the knife pointed. The channel flashed a police helpline number. That's our phone number, Chautala said. We will be the first to know if anyone has any information. My phone rang. Papaji, you saw? He said, yes. You informed media? No choice, Papaji. Time is running out. Beta, it's not even been a day. Kids leave home sometimes, right? If they are upset over something. She wasn't upset. You were quite strict with her. Are you sure she wasn't angry with you about something? My mother in law's voice on the other side surprised me. I realized Papaji had me on speaker. Mummy ji, please don't start this again, I said. I stepped out Chautala's office and whispered on the phone. And please don't give the police such theories. They will stop looking. I am standing on their head so they do their work. We are only trying to help, Mummiji said. I heard their home landline ring. She continued, we are getting non-stop call because you broadcast our family problems on TV. She ended the call. I went back into the Chautala's office. Manish noticed my frazzled expression. He raised his eyebrow. I shook my head slightly. No time to get distracted. Inspector Chautala was eating his dinner. Did anyone call on the helpline yet? I said. No, madam, Chautala said, taking a spoon of curd on his mouth. The news just came on TV. Be patient. Alia, sir is trying his best, Manish said. I watched the inspector tear a roti. He noticed me looking at him. Madam, please eat something. You cannot go on like this, he said. I shook my head and looked away. 4 hours later, the dusty wall clock in the police station struck midnight. Chautala yawned as he ended a call to his wife. Madam, it's so late. Let's continue tomorrow, Chautala said to me. I told my wife this morning. I was just going to Mr. Arora's house for a few minutes. I haven't gone home since. Of course, sir, Manish said. Standing up, I can't even tell you how thankful we are for all the effort you put in today. Chautala stood up as well. Every NCR police station is on high alert. All traffic police gypsies know about it. They have the pictures. We have checkpoints, TV channels are flashing. The helpline number. Someone somewhere ought to see her. Thank you, sir. You must go home and rest, I said. Come, Alia, Manish said. I shook my head and continued to sit in Chautala's office. What? Manish said. I will wait here. You guys go home and sleep. I will see you here in morning. Are you crazy? You have to come home, Manish said. I shook my head hard. I am not leaving until I find my daughter, I said and burst into tears. I don't exactly recollect what happened then. Exhaustion came over me. Manish grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the office. I reached home in a daze. Manish gave me a sleeping pill with a glass of orange juice. He ensured I finished the juice. I went to the hall and switched on the TV. Local channels were still running the news about Sia. Manish paced around a bedroom, distraught, dealing with his own pain even as he maintained his composure in front of me. I don't know when my eyes shut. Sia's smiling face flashed before my eyes before the sleeping pills no- knocked me out. Let's start the chapter 8. 2 days missing. It's okay, madam. Don't be so formal, Chautala said. I served idlis and chutneys to Chautala and two other cops. They had to come to my apartment in the afternoon to interview the domestic help and the tutor. We had no information on CI yet. The hotline number had 5 calls so far. There were spam calls from automated bots selling insurance. One call came from psychic who said he could see Sia future but needed money to gaze into it some more. The fifth call came from a person who had seen a young and a fair girl with steady looking man in Punjabi Bagh market. We went in a gypsy within a minute. Turned out to be a neighborhood girl who was there with her domestic help to buy groceries, Chautala said. I nodded disappointed. This will happen, madam, Chautala said. It is in the media, all sorts of calls come from crackpots to well-meaning individuals. Rest assured, we will still attend to all of them seriously. Manish and I sat with the police as we waited for Dharmesh, Sia's tutor, to arrive. Newspapers have covered the story too, Chautala said. He displayed a bunch of newspapers. They had all carried the story of Sia's abduction along with her picture. The three cops ate in silence. Will my Sia be okay? I said. It's only been 48 hours, no dead body yet, no reasons to think she is not okay, Chautala said. Body? I said. My heart stopped for a moment and my legs felt weak. Sorry, madam, Chautala said, dabbing chutney on his idli. I shouldn't have said like that, but that's how we look for a person, any evidence of them dead or alive. But who could hurt her or want her dead? I said, now unable to stop the tear. Not saying she is, madam, Chautala said, his mouth full of idli. The doorbell rang, interrupting our conversation. Hello, Alia Didi, Dharmesh said as he walked in. Skinny and 6 feet tall, he looked younger than his 22 years. Perhaps because he had a little facial hair. The sight of cops at the dining table where we normally taught Sia made his body stiffen. I told him to sit with the policemen. The three uniformed cops gave him a penetrating gaze. Dharmesh squirmed in his seat. I cleared the empty plates. Did I heard about Sia? Didi, I heard about Sia, Dharmesh said, breaking the awkward silence. What really happened? You tell me. Chautala's firm and powerful voice contrasted with his portly uncle frame. What? Dharmesh cleared his throat. What's your full name? A cop said, pulling out notepad. Dharmesh Yadav. You are Sia's tutor, Chautala said. I taught her maths. I teach maths to several students at Ambience Valley. How many students? Chautala said. 6, 7, 8, I think. 6, 7 or 8, Chautala said. 8, sir. Where do you teach them? Private tuition at their houses. Sometimes 2 or 3 students gather at one child's house. I take a group of class there. Chautala said. Is everything okay? Alia Didi, Dharmesh said. Answer Inspector Sir's questions, Dharmesh. Dharmesh nodded as he solved. When did you last speak to Sia? Chautala said. Last Thursday. I came here to teach her about square roots. She had a test on Friday. Did she say anything to you? As in, sir, anything out of the ordinary, like something that would indicate what has happened? No, sir. Did she ever talk about anything personal apart from maths? She and I would chat sometimes. Yes. She talked about her friends in school, how they get jealous because she does well in class and at dance. Okay, who gets jealous? Chautala said, taking out his notebook. Her best friend, Parvati, Mahima, and Aryan. She loves them a lot though. Okay, Ranjan, Chautala said, turning to one of the cops, speak to them, their parents too. Yes, sir, Ranjan said. And anything else? Chautala said. Dharmesh looked at me. What? Tell me, Chautala said, slamming his palm on the table. She said sometimes her mother pushes her too much. She has to come first in a class, win at whatever she participates in. Oh, Chautala said, taking down notes. That's not true, I said, but Inspector interrupted me. It's okay, madam, Chautala said and turned to Dharmesh. Who do you live with and where? I live alone in one bedroom rented flat in Mansell. Mansell is far from here. Rents are low there. I have a bike. It takes me 40 minutes to come to my students in Gurugram. Parents in Patna. My father works in factory there. Where where were you on weekend? Especially that night when Sia was abducted. I was in Goa, sir. Really? Goa? Chautala said. Yes, sir. I went with my college friends. Is it? You can check, sir. We stayed in a small guest house in Kalangud. 4 other boys went with me. The inspector nodded and turned silent. Dharmesh shifted his seat. The other cops continued to stare at him. You have a girlfriend? Chautala said. No, sir. Dharmesh said. Why not? I don't get time, sir. I am working all the time. All the time? I mean, I remain quite busy, sir. May I check your phone? Chautala said, what? Why, sir? Dharmesh said, I haven't done anything. Hand me your phone, or I'll take you to the station to take it there. Dharmesh's face turned blank. He pulled out his phone and placed it on table, shaking hands. Open it. Open it, hero. Chautala said. Dharmesh looked like he was going to cry. He unlocked his phone, which Chautala passed to other cop. The sub-inspector Viren Huda from the cyber cell. He will check your phone and will get back to you. Tears rolled down Dharmesh's cheeks. If you did nothing wrong, no need to worry. If you did, tell us now, Chautala said. I don't know anything about Sia going missing, sir, Dharmesh said. Viren hooked up Dharmesh's phone to his laptop. He downloaded some files and returned phone to Dharmesh. You are free now. If we need it, we will come to you. If you hear anything, you will come to us. Clear? Chautala said, absolutely, sir. Thank you, sir. Dharmesh stood up. Bye, Alia di. Bye, sir. Jai Hind, sir. Check this fellow thoroughly, Chautala said after Dharmesh left. Ranjan, go and meet the parents of Sia's friends. Viren, you talk to the cook and drivers. What happened to your eye? I said to Manohar as he served me a hot pulka. Nothing, Didi, he said, turning his head to hide the black eye. The intricately carved 10-seater table at Navratna house had just enough chairs to fit our entire family. Now Sia's chair was empty. The three younger kids sat silently eating dal and rice. Will the police find Siadi? Rohit said after a couple of minutes. Yes, beta, Timmy said. Don't spill your dal, be careful. Could Siadi be dead? Sanjay said. Shh, Sanjay, don't talk like that, Rachna said. It's okay, he's little kid, Manish said, and turned to Sanjay. No, beta, Siadi just lost. We will find her. She not lost, daddy. Bad man took her, Suhana said. Eat your food, beta. It's getting cold, Manish said. Mammiji and Papaji ate in silence. The kids finished their meal and went to watch TV. The police have hit Manohar, Mammiji said. Whoever this sub-inspector Viren is not the way. Why did he hit him? Manish said. Because he is from lower class, Mammiji said. What did he tell police? I said. Nothing, Papaji said. He slept on terrace like every night. He woke up as clueless as the rest of us. He's not straight guy. Remember when Mammiji realized he stole from grocery money? Manish said. He is greedy, yes, Mammiji said, but he's still with us. If he had kidnapped her, he would have vanished too. What about the drivers? I said. One of them, Manoj, is on leave. He's been in his village in Saharanpur for the last 2 weeks. They checked there. He is there only. Nothing wrong with his story. The other one, Daljit, was on duty that day. No, I said. Yes, he finished his duty at 7 o'clock and went to home. To his basti, 2 kilometers from here. The police checked was sitting outside his house playing carrom with his friend until late Sunday. Was an off for him, Papaji said. So nothing value from our support staff, Mani said. Our workers are good people, Mamiji said. She stood up to clear the table. Rachna and I sprang up to help her. Manohar was wiping the counter in the kitchen. Did they hit you lot? I said. Manohar sniffled but did not respond. I am sorry, I will talk to them, I said. Kasam se Alia di, I don't know anything, Manohar said, fighting his sobs. We are really worried, Manohar, that's all I said. I went to living room. Everyone had moved to sofas. Rachna took the children upstairs. Thank you for dinner, Mammiji and Papaji. Shall we leave, Manish? It's late, I said. Stay for a while, you guys. Being her here helps with our anxiety, Papaji said. I walked to chair and sat down. I have asked for an appointment with the commissioner. He should happen in the day or two, Papaji said. Thanks, I said. My phone vibrated in my hand and I had a SMS. It was from unknown spam like number. 5 lakhs if you want her back. Along with text was picture of black hair clip with a tiny pink butterfly on it. Sia's. I jumped up from a chair. Manish looked at this. I handed him my phone. Manish read the message and stood up. Oh my God, who sent this? He said. What happened? Papaji said. We showed the message and the photo to everyone in the room. My heart beat fast. This was the first sign of hope. Sia had vanished. 5 lakhs money wasn't a problem in our house. A paltry 5 lakhs for my girl. Taken 10 and give her back right now, I thought. Should we call this number? Timmy said, returning my phone. It's a gibberish number, not real, like the message you get about buying car insurance, Manish said. We will give 5 lakhs, right? I said. Of course, but how? When? Where? Manish said. We should tell Inspector Chautala, Papaji said. No, I said, raising my hand. Please, let's not annoy the kidnappers. It's just 5 lakhs. But Alia beta, Papaji said. As my phone buzzed again, this time I had 4 more messages. Thursday 5 p.m. Sultanpur National Park. Leave tiffin box under important local birds signboard. 2000 rupees notes only, no police. Collect her at entry gate after we have received tiffin. Everyone read the message. Papaji, we have to give them the money quietly. Please, please, I said desperate. Yes, beta, Papaji said. Don't take tension. She is fine. My daughter is fine. They just want some money. I said myself. Even as I tried to catch my breath. So in next video we'll check chapter 9 and 10. So be with me to know what happened to Sia. So if you like the narration, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel.